The human brain is hardwired to prioritize threats. For thousands of years, noticing the sudden rustle in a nearby bush was a matter of survival, so our biology evolved to lock onto danger the second it appears. Today, social platforms and news feeds are engineered to exploit that ancient survival instinct. They serve us a continuous, artificial loop of crisis and outrage to keep our threat detection circuits firing and our eyes glued to the screen. But what happens when you turn off the threat algorithm? On a single Sunday, June 7th, 2026, an independent newsletter called Bright News Daily verified exactly 1,705 distinct stories of positive human progress. The methodology relies on human curation. A team monitors 22 global news publishers, manually filtering every headline to ensure they report only on positive outcomes and active solutions. We are constantly told the world is coming apart at the seams. Yet, beneath that manufactured panic, researchers, conservationists, and everyday communities are quietly executing thousands of successful interventions right now. When we consume only the crisis we are fed, we apply a massive blind spot to our worldview. We completely miss the sheer volume of species-level problem-solving happening globally on any given day. Look at the prevailing narrative around technology and medicine. It's incredibly easy to assume our tools will destroy us, or that rogue artificial intelligence and untreatable pathogens are waiting around every corner. But the hard data runs in the opposite direction. Scientists recently completed the first successful human trials for a universal coronavirus vaccine, and the molecular structure of that vaccine was actually designed by artificial intelligence. That same computing power is being used to map the universe. A single high school student recently built an AI model that uncovered 1.5 million previously invisible cosmic phenomena, entirely on their own. This technological momentum is translating directly into proactive, on-the-ground public health victories. In South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa recently launched a breakthrough preventative injection, offering immense hope for ending global reliance on daily HIV pills. Take a look at this chart mapping recent data on GLP-1 weight loss medications. It reveals a massive statistical anomaly. Women taking drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy experienced a staggering 30% lower risk of developing breast cancer compared to the control group. Medical science and advanced computing are actively accelerating our defensive capabilities against major diseases. We are building the tools for our survival far faster than new threats can emerge. A similar pessimism dominates our view of the environment. We have grown completely accustomed to reports of dying ecosystems and irreversible ecological collapse. But nature is highly responsive. Across the globe, vital mangrove forests, crucial for protecting coastlines and capturing carbon, are staging a spontaneous comeback after decades of human destruction. This recovery is being fueled heavily by grassroots conservation, where local communities are taking direct action and successfully driving rare wildlife recoveries worldwide. We see it on a microscale, with curlew eggs rescued from a wildfire safely hatching in incubators, and on a majestic scale, with massive white storks thriving once again due to targeted rewilding projects. Even in worst-case scenarios, the damage is rarely final. In England, a farmer used an 18-ton digger to dredge the River Lugg, completely obliterating one of the country's most important salmon runs. The farmer was jailed. And shortly after the heavy machinery was removed, photographs showed the thick, natural beauty of the riverside had already forced its way back along the shoreline. The Earth's ecosystem is a resilient engine. It aggressively rebounds the moment human pressure is lifted. Alongside ecological doom, there is a pervasive modern anxiety that human society is fracturing, that we are inevitably isolating ourselves into cynical, disconnected bubbles. Yet there is a quiet, ongoing trend of urban reclamation. Entire neighborhoods are actively voting to banish cars from their streets, specifically to host massive community block parties. People are breathing life back into shared physical spaces. A new wave of young entrepreneurs is even flocking to traditional, old-school British markets, reviving local commerce from the ground up, and individual persistence still cuts through on the global stage. The Bulgarian Bangaranga singer, Dora, came close to quitting the Eurovision Song Contest twice before pushing through to claim a historic underdog victory. Human connection and localized personal triumphs are thriving continuously. They are just happening safely out of sight of our cynicism-driven algorithms. Human progress is rarely a single cinematic event. It is the compounding interest of thousands of daily victories stacking up over time. These data points represent real breakthroughs occurring simultaneously in labs, forests, and communities worldwide. The overwhelming sense of constant doom we feel is a choice of focus, made for us by the algorithms we use. It is not an objective reality of the era we live in. The solution is intentional curation. We have to bypass automated threat detection and consciously seek out the data that proves our capacity to solve hard problems. By actively looking for the people doing the work, we find a reality that the algorithms often miss. This record of 1,700 victories in 24 hours suggests that our collective capacity to solve problems is greater than the headlines lead us to believe.